Here we have a 2019 MacBook Pro 16-inch that came in for what? Let's read what the customer wrote. Power's on, no display. Simple. Customer wrote, power's on, no display. That tells us everything. And this one is model number A2141, board number A20-01700. So it came in for no display. We already removed the back cover, as you see here, and you can already tell the fans are spinning. We have spinning fans, and the board is warm. If you look at the screen here, you're not going to be able to see an image, but I do. I do see an image. The image is very dim. Right over here. Right over here. That tells us that we do have an image, but we have a problem with the backlight. We have a problem with the backlight circuit. It could be one of the two things, or maybe one of the three things. It could be an LCD problem. It could be the Flux gate that connects the LCD to the motherboard, or it could be a motherboard issue. So we're going to have to investigate and see which one is causing the problem and how we go about fixing this problem, if we can fix it. So for this one here, let's open up a circuit diagram, schematics, and I just want to quickly go over what could be wrong. Let's search for ppvout underscore SO underscore LCD BKLT. Right there. That's the circuit for the LCD backlight driver. Now voltage passes through L8410 and D8410. It goes here, goes up, it gets filtered by those bypass capacitors all the way up, L8452, and it exits as ppvout underscore SO underscore LCD BKLT. Think about it. We have 3 rows of capacitors here connected in parallel. C8460, C8461, 62, 63, 64. The top part is positive and the bottom part is connecting to ground. Same goes for C8455 all the way to C8469, and the same goes for C8470 all the way to C8473. We have a lot of them. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5, 10, and 4. We have 14 capacitors here. If any one of those capacitors is problematic or shortened to ground, it's going to cause voltage to take that path with the lowest resistance, and as a result you will have either a dead short or you will not have enough voltage to power up the output. So let's go ahead and take a look at the motherboard, and we're going to go over those capacitors to see if we have a short. But the first thing I want to do is disconnect the battery. Right there. I just disconnected the battery and the fans stopped. They're not spinning anymore. That's good. I mentioned in a lot of previous videos that having a schematic alone is not enough. Right now we see C8460, C8461, and all the capacitors that we have on the right side here. But where are those capacitors on the board? We cannot tell by looking at the schematics where those components are on the board. And that's where you need a board view diagram. I would rather have a board view diagram than have schematics. Schematics are there for you to understand how that circuit works, but in your everyday practical work, a board view is much more useful than schematics. If I had to choose between having schematics or board view, I would go for the board view diagram, but of course if I can have both, I would have a full understanding on how that circuit works. So right now let's search for any one of those capacitors. Let's say C8462. We can search for that one, and those caps are size 1206, 2.2 microfarads. We're going to open up our board view diagram, and we're going to search for C8462. Now if you look at this board diagram and you look at the way I have my laptop oriented on the board, it's different. The board diagram is showing up like this, and I have the laptop on my bench like this. But we can flip the image. All right, so right there, C8462, C8462, and then we have C8469, and then we have C8460, so on and so forth. So I'm interested in this area here, and I just want to measure to see if we have a short circuit on any one of those caps. Now, if we go back to the schematics and look for L8452, I want to measure at point 2 right here and see what voltage we have. L8452. L8452. And we want to measure at point 2 right here and see what voltage we have. You see PPV out underscore SO underscore LCD BK LT. Let's go under the microscope and measure the voltage and see what we have. So the first thing I want to do is connect the battery. We're going to turn the laptop on, and then we're going to measure to see what voltage we have on the output. Do we have 0 volts, or do we have a lower voltage than we should? We're going to measure this right here. Okay, let me turn the laptop on. The laptop is on, and we do not want to close the lid. So I have the screen hanging down on my bench at a 90-degree angle, and the keyboard is laying flat on my bench. Let me put my multimeter on the screen like so. Maybe you can see the reading. And if we measure at point 2 of the inductor, what do we have? Do we have any voltage, or is it 0 volt output? 0.5 volt output. That's almost a dead short. We're going to disconnect the battery, and we're going to inspect the circuit to see if we have a short circuit on the side of the board. 0.5 volt output is almost a dead short. So what we're going to do right now is inject voltage on any one of those top caps, and we're going to monitor the board under a thermal camera and see if any one of those caps will get hot. We can start with 1 volt or 1.2 volts at any one of those caps, and if any one of those caps heats up under the thermal camera, then that's our problem, and we should have backlight on this laptop again. So let's set our voltage injection tool, NF.short. We're going to set it to, I currently have it at 1.4 volts. Let's set it at 1.2 volts. Okay. And we're going to inject voltage at any one of those caps and monitor the board under a thermal camera and see what happens. If we go under the thermal camera, we can see that we have 7 caps right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm holding the thermal camera with my hands, so excuse the vibrations. Let me inject voltage on cap number 1 to my left. Now look at this. Look at this. Second cap to my right is heating up. If I inject voltage on the first cap to my right, the second cap heats up. If I inject voltage on the third cap to my right, the second cap is heating up. If I inject voltage all the way first cap to my left, still, this guy is what's heating up right there. This cap is faulty. Second cap to my right. Wow, we got it. The bad guy want to play games. We got him. Voltage injection tool off. Thank you very much. And thermal camera off. I do not need your help anymore. And let's focus on the problem. Second cap to my right. That's the bad guy right here. Say hello to the bad guy. Let's remove the cap. Let's remove the bad guy and see if that will solve our problem, if we're going to have a backlight again. Just put him on the side here. I mean, the cap does not look bad. It looks perfectly fine. But we cannot always go by how the cap looks. If we go to continuity mode, I'm just curious. I'm reading 63 ohms. and that's very low. Very low. If we measure here, oh well. We're gonna get oh well everywhere. Oh well, oh well. And this guy here, the bad guy, we are reading 63 ohms. Take him out. And before we replace the capacitor, we should be able to turn the laptop on and see if we have a backlight now. So let's plug in the battery cable right here. And we're gonna turn the laptop on and see if we have a backlight. And let's see. Fans are spinning. Are we gonna get an image? Yes, yes. Wow, we got it. We see the Apple logo and we're back in business. Wow, that was amazing. That was an awesome repair. All we have to do is replace that capacitor, invoice, and mail it to the customer. Let me grab the 1206 capacitor book right here. If you don't have those books, you can purchase them off our site. We have 10 books, size 201, 402, 603, 805, 1206, for capacitors and resistors, all values. I have the 1206 capacitor book right here, and we're gonna look for 2 microfarads value. 2.2 right there. 2.2 microfarads value. Because viewers always ask, where do you get your capacitors from? Resistors from? It appears like I always have all the values. The booklets. I get them from the booklets. Whatever we use on our bench here, you can purchase off our site. Everything is in stock, and all orders almost always ship out same day. We are distributors for genuine Amtech Flux. You can purchase all your tweezers from here. Braid wig, soldering station, hot air station, thermal camera, grinding pen, voltage injection tool, the one that we used in this video, NF short, charging stations. Whatever you need, whatever we use on the bench here, can be found on our site. Just log in to NorthridgeFix.com, click on shop, add to cart, check out, pay, and we will ship your order almost always same day or the following day. It's not rocket science, very easy. All the tools that we sell, we already tested. Buy with your eyes closed. We're gonna add a solder blob on the top here, and we're gonna add one right here. Now we're gonna grab our hot tweezers. Grab the cap, and right there. Beautiful. The cap is in place. And the laptop is fixed, back like new, better than factory. We're gonna invoice and mail this back to the customer. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think, leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video.